What's up guys, finally back with another Jag video. I went ahead and did a bunch of work off camera. Today we're gonna go ahead and work on installing the front engine cover and the water pump. Installing this front timing cover is actually really simple too. Just need to make sure that you clean both of the mating surfaces really well, and then you need to make sure you follow the exact spots to put silicone on it so it seals correctly, along with making sure that you torque down the bolts in the correct order and correct torque specs. Since both of my mating surfaces are already cleaned, I need to go ahead and get the silicone beads laid out. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got the silicone beads laid out, 8 of them, to make sure it seals correctly. Before you install your front engine cover, you need to make sure you check or replace these O-rings here. These are the older ones, they're pretty hard. And I have a set of newer ones that came in a kit. Just go ahead and pop them in. Okay, once your timing cover is all ready, you can go ahead and start placing it on the car. I'm going to go ahead and apply some assembly lube to this crankshaft here. Alright guys, so I got a few started. I'm going to go ahead and get these all finger tied in, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so now that we got all of them bolts in, there's like 24 of them I think. We're going to go ahead and start slowly seating each one down, but I'm going to make sure to go in this pattern here so it seats down flat like it's supposed to. Alright, so they're all snug down, hand tight. I'm going to go ahead and get the torque wrench out, and we're going to torque each one of these to like about 12 Newton meters. Again, when you're tightening these, make sure you stay in order 1 through 24, because then otherwise, if you don't, your timing cover or engine cover will not tighten down flat, and you'll have a leak somewhere. Alright, and just like that, front engine cover is back on, torqued to spec. Go ahead and let it dry overnight. Alright, so unfortunately I can't install the water pump in today's video. I'm gonna have to order this O-ring that goes inside here. And then once that comes in, we can go ahead and get that on there. So hopefully in the next video that I record, we get the crank pulley on and then finish installing the rest of the accessories. Alright, so I went ahead and I installed the power steering pump. Still have to tighten down these 3 bolts here. There's 2 long ones and the 1 shorter one. And then your line is going to come up and go straight to the reservoir here. Power steering pump's the 10mm socket. Alright, now that we got the pump tightened down to the block, I'm going to go ahead and get this tube installed onto the reservoir. Alright, the last thing on the power steering pump is to install the main pressure line, which is going to go in right there in that fitting. And you're going to need a 16mm wrench. Let's go ahead and get it on quick. Alright, so once you get it on, it should look like that. And just go ahead and snug it on there and you're all done. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and install the fuel injector supply manifold now back onto the cylinder heads. You can see the surfaces are clean. I got fresh gaskets. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, get these new gaskets out and set on here. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. I think they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Go ahead and get one started in the back here to help keep this gasket in place. Once you got everything lined up, go ahead and start dropping all these bolts in. Alright, so now we just have to get these all tightened down. Make sure your injector rail is flush while you're tightening it down, and then we'll torque it. Alright guys, so that's that injector intake rail installed now. If you're wondering what the torque spec was, it says like 18 through 25 Newton meters. So I went ahead and ordered a injector rebuild kit. As you can see, these are pretty bad. I went ahead and did one off camera. There's a slight difference in the length, but it should still work just fine. So the kit comes with one of these screens. You got a big O-ring, small O-ring, and the injector tip itself. These red tips really don't like coming off, so just gotta make sure you grab the tip of it, kind of shimmy it back and forth. Just like that. You want to be careful because if you could see, the injector has a little node at the end of it. You don't want to damage that at all, so just keep that in mind. Go ahead, remove your O-ring, and you can twist this screen casing off here, or whatever it is. That's where the feel goes into the injector. You can go ahead and pop this bigger O-ring off here. Then you're going to want to make sure the injector's clean. You can probably see all the rust and dirty feel build up all on it, so go ahead and take this red scratch pad here. Just take this red scratch pad, like a Scotch Brite, and then any spot that you see any rust marks on, just go ahead and lightly go around it. And once you got it looking good enough, you can take some parts cleaner quick. Spray it off and give it a good wipe down. That's how it should look before you install the rebuild kit onto it. So you're going to first start with this O-ring here. Slides on like that. Then you got your screen. Carefully put this on, make sure you don't break anything. You can even make sure you twist it on there too so it seats correctly. Another O-ring, and then the tip. Just like that, guys. So I went ahead and saved just one injector because you can see how the tip is aligned on it. And then you just want to make sure you get these all to match as close as you can see this one's off completely. So you just want to go through, line all these up the same with one of your old ones, and then you should be all good.